Boomers, it's over. Get those hands up.
Washington's a little battered, but the town still looks pretty good to me.
We won a major victory today, but it's not over. Serpentor's one tough cookie, and Cobra forces will follow him to the gates of oblivion.
We'll have to keep on our toes from now on. The price of liberty is always eternal vigilance. Yo!
Please rise for the national anthem.
Greetings. From the Hildt cautions that this program may contain mature content. This may include strong language, violent implications, sexual innuendos, and possible drug references. Viewer discretion is advised. Now that we are all properly acquainted, it's from the Hildt. So let's go.
Greetings. I'm Logan, the GI Joe Gamer. Give me a second and I'll pop on camera here. Just want to shout out all our veterans out there and thank you for all that you do for this nation, abroad or at home. We always talk about veterans overseas, but we also have our veterans here at home, our police force and our National Guard. So thank you all for your services. We appreciate your sacrifices. That being said, my family has quite a few veterans that have served and are still serving. And tonight we're going to celebrate one of them in particular. My wife, the Tiger, her great-grandfather served in World War II and the Korean War in the Navy. On his last ship was the USS Eversole, and he was in the navigator. So I have prepared a video for that, and I'm going to share it with you right now. So here is a salute to Bud, as sung by our AI personality, Brad Gambison.
Bud stood tall on the open sea, guiding the way for you and me. Through the storms and the endless fight, he navigated through the darkest nights. On the USS Eversole's deck, He kept the course without a wreck. World War II and Korea's tide, but was our unwavering guide. Salute to Bud, a hero strong. His legacy will carry on. With a heart of steel and eyes so bright, he led us through the darkest night. Oceans vast and battles long, Bud's will kept him ever strong. Through the anguish and the pain, he brought us safely home again. In the heart of the raging storm, he stood steadfast, kept us warm. His bravery we won't forget. Commander Bud, our hearts are set. Salute to Bud, a hero strong. His legacy will carry on. With a heart of steel and eyes so bright, he led us through the darkest night. Salute to Bud, a hero strong. His legacy will carry on. With a heart of steel and eyes so bright, he led us through the darkest night. He led us through the darkest night. He led us through the darkest night. In the heart of the raging storm, he stood steadfast, kept us warm. His bravery we won't forget. Commander Bud, our hearts are set. In the heart of the raging storm, he stood steadfast, kept us warm. His bravery we won't forget. Commander Bud, our hearts are set. Salute to Bud, a hero strong. His legacy will carry on. With a heart of steel and eyes so bright, he led us through the darkest night. In the heart of the raging storm, he stood steadfast, kept us warm. His bravery we won't forget. Commander Bud, our hearts are set. Commander Tyrus Bud Carroll Chapman, 1917 to 1986. Born in Boca, Texas, September 9, 1917. Died July 21, 1986. Served with distinction in both World War II and the Korean War. He was also presented a table by General Chang of the Chinese Army.
Thank you for watching that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And salute out to my wife, the Tiger, who's with us now. A Tiger. We're gonna shout everybody out here real quick. We have Nature Dog Realms on one channel or the other, because we're simulcasting both on from the Hildt and the G.I. Joe Gamer channel, Logan the G.I. Joe Gamer. So thank you all for being here. We got Lost Husky in the house. Hey, Lost Husky. And Superior Cyber Godzilla, who rocks with us all the time too. Welcome everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying my tribute here. Thank you, Superior Cyber Godzilla. Chris, I appreciate that. I was unable to serve myself, but I do appreciate the armed forces, and as a big fan of G.I. Joe, I thought it fitting to do a Veterans Day salute and a Joe take on Veterans Day. So that being said, we're going to jump into Joe takes, and with that, we're going to start with a little bit of music.
He's always aware. Shockwave shadow moves without a care. Justice in his blood, danger everywhere.
guys are rocking and having a good night, and appreciate you all for being here. And like I put in the chat, for those of you who are watching on and chatting and on various channels, I did put a link to From the Hildt, which is where most of the people are chatting right now. So thank you all for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at a character from G.I. Joe 1988, Shockwave. And the reason why I chose this character, especially for today, is because it's Veterans Day. And Shockwave is a veteran of not just the armed forces in the Army, but he's also a police veteran. He actually served on both as a character, you know, this particular character. Anyway, he came out in 1988. And again, in 1989, he came out as part of Night Force. I do not have that figure. I do have a stand-in. I have a modern Night Force version of Shockwave, which is my only version of Shockwave. And I think that is the only version of Shockwave that they put out. But the cool thing, I'm missing his Uzi. He came with an Uzi of the same color. And what we got here? All right, Chris. Cool. Thanks for being here with us. I appreciate everybody who joins us, and you can watch it on either channel, whichever works for you. Now, like I said, he came with an Uzi, but it mixed in with all my other accessories somewhere or lost. That's a possibility. It's been a long time, but he also came with a pistol, and his backpack is really cool because it's got this little spot where you can slide the knife in and out, and so he can have his combat knife on the character without being in his hand. So he could hold, originally when you had both, he could hold the Uzi and the knife, and you can display him with all three of his accessories. All right, and you are welcome, darling. Tiger is thanking me and thanking Nature Dog, Chris, Mama Chris, for the tribute video. And she says, I too couldn't serve, but my sister did. Yes. And at some point, we'll probably do a video for Tiger's sister. No doubt we'll be doing a video for my uncle, who was also Navy. Her sister was Air Force, but serving in any branch of the armed forces, abroad or at home, is an honorable thing and an honorable tradition in a lot of homes. And again, thank you all. All right, like I was saying, I'll get back to the Joe take. This is my Night Force version of Shockwave from the 25th anniversary line. He came out, I think, in 2015 or 2016. He was like one of the last figures. I think it was part of the 50th anniversary line. Lost Huskies, take it off. Night, Lost Husky, you take it easy. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. And he too came with the standard Uzi and stuff, and he has a pistol. But again, his accessories are mixed in with all my other ones. It gets pretty crazy. All right. So that's going to take us to the classified version. And what we like to do is start with the box. We'll take a good look at the box. We'll start with the back. I like how they highlight certain areas. There are certain things about each variation of packaging that I like. This particular packaging, I didn't really care for this thing on the side, and that's kind of how they still do it. But I do like the art on the front, and I'm not hip on the picture of the figure. I mean, I'd rather show the art, but I do like the accessories all displayed right there on the front, and they stopped doing that too. But they cover the artwork on the side really well. You know what? It was nice to have the circle while I was talking at the beginning, but I am going to go back to full square there. There we go. So you guys can see everything I've got to show you a little bit better. I've got quite a bit for Shockwave, actually. Not much is known about his character. He's been in a few issues of the comics, but I think was only ever animated for a commercial. And I'm not sure if he made the animation for that in 1988. 1988 is a weird year, and a lot of the figures fell into the gap, and were not included in a lot of the animated stuff. Let's see here. I haven't served. My son served in a lot of family. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me too, Chris. A lot of my family has served. But I love these boxes that they have inside with the side art of the box. I'll show you. I kind of like the black and white better. I don't know why, but it's pretty cool to have both. And it's the figure actually sits in here, and you can just put them right back in the box next to their Foot Locker, which they stopped doing these too. I love these, but they did these with the window-free packaging, the plastic-free packaging. But all the accessories go in here, and he's number 105 in the classified line. So that's the box. I do have a second figure I'm going to show you because I have two versions of Shockwave, and the second one I have is with Night Force, and he came with the Night Pursuit motorcycle, which is a variation of the Ram cycle. Hello, Ronnie Trickshot. What's going on, Ronnie? Let's see. Hello, Logs, my man. Yay. Hey, good to see you, buddy. You wished you could serve too. Yeah, me too. Hey, we're saying hi. Anyway, this one has it's a newer one, so it's got the window packaging is back. He's number 127 in the line, and he is the Night Force version. As I was saying, I do have both versions in the classified series, and the side art is a bit different from the other one. So it's two different pieces of art for both Shockwaves, which is pretty cool. Both Shockwaves. That sounds ominous, doesn't it? We got both Shockwaves coming in. But anyway, I do like this packaging. I wish they would still include the Foot Locker so you could have a place to put your accessories. But it came with the motorcycle. But like I said, I have all three of the Ram cycles that came out. I know they call this the Night Pursuit, but it's still just a variation of the Ram cycle. The first one that came out is the original green, and it comes with the sidecar Gatling gun. It spins. It doesn't have a little dealio where you can spin it from the back like some of the other variations in the modern line did. And then I love how it's got the little windshield, and let me take a look there. It's got the speedometer and the gas gauge there. It's a pretty awesome little bike. Then they came out with a Tiger Force version, and any excuse to show off my motorcycles, I do. So there it is. There's the Tiger Force version, and we've got a steering wheel issue. Straighten that out if I can. Anyway, some of the coloration on this one, like I wish they would have done the gun in black instead of red, but you know, if wishes were kisses, right? All right, but what we came here to see is the Night Pursuit, the Night Force version of the Ram cycle, and they don't call it the Ram, but it is a Ram cycle, and I do like the variations on it, and I'll show you some really cool options with it. So we take a look. Show off my motorcycles. That's right. Hey, Kate, how you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. Veterans Day salute was at the beginning, so if you want to see that, please check it out in the replay, Ronnie and Kate. Anyway, the sidecar just easily pops off, so we can get a better look at it. Did it again? That's okay, Kate. It's good to see you. We recognize you, whether you're Miss Reclusivity or narrative-driven art. Anyway, I love the way they painted this one, and I do love the coloration on this one. All of this was well done on this particular version of the Ram, the Night Pursuit. Got the speedometer again, if I can get a closer look. And they also have, let me get the steering wheel out of the way there, gauges on, maybe I can give you a better look on the yellow one. This one doesn't have the stickers on the side like the Night Pursuit, so I can't give you a better look, but maybe you can still see it. There's like gauges on the sides, and the other two don't have that. That's cool. It's a nice difference, nice variation. You'll check on it. That's cool. Chuck it on the list. Freaked out when I saw my great grandpa moving. Yeah, I managed to get a pretty good video of that, and it was AI generated, but it's still pretty cool. And I do Love that you can turn the steering wheel, the wheel with the steering grips, as it were, steering grips. Straighten her out there. There you go. I think it's pretty cool. Love the black windshield, and you know, it's got a nice little brown coloration on the seat. And again, the sidecar just snaps into it. It has a nice little kickstand that folds up. So when it's displayed without the sidecar, this helps it stand up by itself. Plus, when it's with the sidecar, it makes it so it doesn't move when you're trying to take a look at it or film a video. Now, this particular one, I don't know if it's how they all come, but the sidecar actually pulls apart and the gun comes out. But the other ones have a little peg on here that makes it so that the wheel doesn't come out. But this particular one doesn't have that peg, and I wonder if it's just mine or if that's how they all are. But I'm going to put the wheel aside so I don't lose it. It's so easy to lose this color stuff on my carpet. But yeah, the Gatling gun that does spin like that. Now, the reason why I took it out to show you is it can be used as a handheld weapon, and it comes with this magazine barrel for its ammunition, and it looks pretty cool once you get it all assembled. But that's a big gun for a character to be sporting around. I think only Roadblock or maybe Gung Ho could have effectively wield this as a hand cannon, as it were. But I did like the fact that they all come apart and that it just slides in and out pretty easy. Stays in pretty good though too. So you got this, like I said, just a big old Gatling gun, and this spins. It's kind of cool. I wish they had set it up from the back, but I don't know how they would do that with this, it being a handheld weapon. So maybe that's why they didn't try to do that. I get it, but we live in a technological world. Maybe they could have figured it out, but they probably didn't want to spend the money on it, to be honest. Seeing as how they were just putting out a different release of the same product, and they put the RAM out real early in the classified line. Let's see if I can get a spot here to set these to the side as we check out the figure. Now, the original version of Shockwave, the blue and techno camo, heavy duty. Yeah, heavy duty definitely could do it too. Yeah, there's a few other Joes that probably could. You're right, Tiger. Now, this one, I have all his accessories on him. He's got these really cool pads on his wrist that protect him when he's like, you know, trying to stop somebody from hitting him in the arm or something. He can use his nightstick block, and the nightstick, you know, you can just spin it around and use it as a nightstick. You know, I think it's pretty cool. I love the shield he came with. You know, the original one, the original Shockwave does not come with a shield. I know other iterations of Shockwave did. This one does, and I'm glad. The Night Force version did not come with a shield. It came with a motorcycle, so I guess, you know, you get a motorcycle instead, which is cool. Now he has, take this shield off his arm here so we can get a good look at him. This shield is pretty cool. I don't think it's as cool as the Alley Viper shield, because the Alley Viper shield has a heads-up display on the inside so that he can see without having to look around it. Spin it around and see if it's magical. Yeah, that's exactly. There you go. We'll spin it around. I actually like to display it like that. I've seen a lot of cops use the baton that way. He's got a combat knife that straps in here, and so he's got all his accessories like the original figure can be displayed on the figure, and I really like that. The cap does come off. Now I will do that on this one because it stays on pretty good, and I can find this one really easy on my carpet. The other one I will take off too, but I'm going to be really careful with it because, well, I'll show you in just a minute. There's a reason I need to take that one off. Now he comes with his signature Uzis, and originally he had Uzis in the holsters, but they were molded on, and he came with a separate Uzi. But this particular version has one on each side, so he's got the dual wielding aspect, and these clips pop right in and out. Magazines, I should say. We all like to call it a clip, but the actual terminology is magazine. So The clip is actually the stuff inside, but, you know, whatever. And he does have another combat knife on the boot here, strapped down here on the boot, and it's just a little black knife. But there's not many differences between this one and the Night Force version, except for color and the accessories he came with. It's pretty much the same figure, but he's a badass figure, so that's all good. So we'll set him to the side. So I pop up the Night Force version, a Shockwave. Now this particular version came with a lot of stuff. Like I said, he has the combat knife there and in the boot. He only comes with one pistol, and it's a different kind of pistol. I'll give you a look at it. It just looks like a standard 9mm Beretta, or it could be an M1911A1, which is one of G.I. Joe's favorite. He does come with a larger Uzi. He also comes with this decent sized machine gun, which I really like. Now his backpack also has a drone. I'll take that off and I'll show you. Now, the drone is really cool. It attaches to the backpack. But I wanted to show you this gun too. The machine gun. I like how they got the coloration. It has this little kickstand there. I don't know why. It doesn't stand up on its own like guns should. But then it has a little magazine that pops in and out. It's pretty cool. Now, his Uzi, the clip does not come out. However, the magazine, this does come off, the suppressor, and it does actually go on other weapons that have the Audi. This is an innie, that's an Audi, like on the pistol. If they have that, then you can slide the suppressor right back on there. Now, this is the only weapon that came with him that can use this, but other Joes come with them that you can slide it on and off. See, he's being tricked into buying multiple figures by just changing their colors. True, but you get a bunch of cool accessories like this little drone that just has these little legs that pop down, and it can fly around, and it's pretty cool. So an interesting idea came originally with Firefly, the same one. This is actually a Firefly backpack. Now the control device is actually in there, and it pops in and out of here like so, if I can get it without it popping off and falling on the floor. Let's see, it just pops right in there, pops right out. And so you have your control device for the drone, and I will just pop it back in there. Pops back in easier than it comes out, that's for sure, but it just snaps in there really good. Yo, Swag, what's up, Uncanny Swag? Welcome, sir. We're talking Shockwave tonight. Coming in like a missile, a swag missile. Yes, sir. It's good to see you. I will be looking at the figure again, so don't worry. He also came with this big old hog, I can't even remember what the acronym stands for. HOG. I know it's heavy gun, but I can't remember what the O is for. Heavy ordnance gun. That's right. I'm sorry. I knew it was in the brain somewhere. Tiger's yelling at me from the side. But there's this massive gun. I do like this handle, so you can carry it around like that. Now, that's the downside to this. You can't put it on the cycle. I wish they would have put little slots on the cycle so you could pop the accessories down into it. That would have been cool. Now, like I said, there is a other feature that he has. He comes with this and this alternate head, as it were, but a lot of them do come with alternate heads. And it has a little antenna, but this is not a head. This is actually a helmet, which I am so happy that they finally did this. Don't spill out all the bullets. Yes, sir. I promise you that I will not. But like I was saying, I got to be careful with this because if it drops on my floor, I've already dropped it twice, and it was a pain in the butt to find. Then the helmet just drops right down on the figure, stays on really good. That would have been funny if it fell off. And then I will put him on the bike to show you guys what he looks like. I really enjoy collecting classified, and it's to me, a nice way to remember our veterans also. because, you know, we're all in this together, and they sacrifice on a daily basis for us. Their time, their efforts, you know, even great or small, they still serve us, you know, in that capacity, and we need to appreciate that. And of course, he's being difficult and not wanting to grip the handlebars today. All right, I'm only going to put it on 1. So I will have him riding like that. Now, you are supposed to put his feet on these pegs, but that never worked with Breaker, and it surely doesn't work with Shockwave that well, and I couldn't do it really quick anyway. But he does look outstanding on this bike. Now, if we adjust his elbow there, he can sit back a little bit, and you get a good look at the figure on the bike. And he matches up with this bike better than any of the rest of them. Better than the Tiger Force Duke, better than Breaker did with the original green Ram. And I really, really like this character a lot. Shockwave is really cool, even though there's not really much known about him. We'd never find them again if they did. This is true. Ram cycle, sir. Yes, this is the Ram. And this is the Night Pursuit, which is a variation of the Ram cycle. Same design, same mold. Same toy mold, same cycle, same bat channel. There you go. All right. Now, that's the figures. I'm going to give you one more look at the original. Give you one more look at the original Shockwave. Got his shield here. This is a really cool character, as I was saying. Veteran of both the police, and he is a GI Joe, and he went and joined the Army and became a Ranger. And I'll be playing his file card in a minute, my video for that. That reads off the file card in song format. I do have the Tiger Force one too, yes. Here it is. Got them all out because, you know, any chance to look at the motorcycles is a chance I take. You know, it's always fun to have a character that comes with a vehicle, so that you can look at the vehicles too. They don't have a lot of vehicles in the classified line yet, but they're coming out with a lot more. So they've got, they have a coil cycle that came with the Baroness. They have 2 versions of the Trouble Bubble. I have them back there. There's one, you can see it right there. So there it is. And, you know, I have the Vamp up there too, way up there. Yeah, there. And behind that red box, there is a mobile missile system, but it's the Cobra version, and they originally came, I hope they come out with one with General Hawk that came, it's all green. Very cool, with the original line in 1982. But they do have a classified version of the missile system. Now the box is up there, but I actually have it behind the other box that's on top, and it looks really cool. And at some point, I will take a look at those and do a Joe take on his fire team. Okay, so takes us to the character of Shockwave. Like I said, he on his original file card, it was said E4, and the same on his Night Force file card. But then when he came out as part of the DEF, which is a figure I don't have also, in 1992, he came out as part of the Drug Elimination Force, and he came that one. That's the one that came with a shield. Now that I remember, and he also came with this really cool visor. It was a neat figure. Shockwave is awesome. The look of the character, everything about him is just neat. And I like SWAT, and I like GI Joe, so it kind of he's like falls right into both categories. But he was in one major issue of the comics. This Special Missions issue 22. This is my favorite special mission, to be honest. It doesn't have my favorite character in it, but he's in the one right before that. There's Airtight over there. But Special Missions 22, this storyline, if you see this kid here and this scary looking dude that he's busting through the window to take down, it was a really great story. It's very tricky. They're trying to save this family in this house, and Shockwave and Chuckles, and I'm pretty sure Lady J, who was in charge of the mission, were there to save this family from this group of terrorists that had taken over this house. Special Missions, yes, sir. Special Missions by Larry Hama. Marvel. Yes, I have all 28 of the original Marvel run of Special Missions, but very cool cover. I'll give you a better look just for swag. There you go, issue 22. Now, I couldn't find a better version of that. I was going to scan my own copy, but there it is. And like I said, as far as animated, again, only animated for a TV commercial, I'm pretty sure. I think that was for the Rolling Thunder, if I remember right. But he sings in the choir. About other than his file card, really not much is known about him. The few stories he's been in the comics, he was actually in the series in the, I think, 90 issues in the 90s of the 155 issue Marvel run. He was in that, and one of those where the October Guard was in it, and there was a Grim Reaper on the cover, and the October Guard, most of the original members met their demise. And Shockwave was on that mission with Falcon as his leader. Falcon's the leader of Night Force, so it's kind of cool that they paired them up together in that issue. There was another, I think, special mission where Dusty woke him up in the middle of the night to go take on a Silicon Valley terrorist cell, a cell of Cobra that had taken over it looked like a bunker. It was pretty cool. It was supposed to be in Silicon Valley, and they had to get in there. Just great storytelling. Larry Hama is an awesome storyteller. I don't know if Shockwave was in any of the IDW run. I'm sure that he was, but not any major stories that I recall. Reading over what I have, which I don't have at all. I do have quite a bit of it, and I've been working on collecting the IDW run that went and started at 156 and went all the way to 300, written by Larry Hama. So there we are. As far as I'm concerned, that's the true canon for G.I. Joe. That's a super cover. It is, dude. It's one of the coolest G.I. Joe covers, and to have Shockwave on that cover, I had to include it in this video for the character Shockwave. But where Shockwave sits in my standings, he is the platoon sergeant for Night Force. It serves right with Lieutenant Falcon. He's Lieutenant Falcon's number 2 guy. So second in command of the Night Force. That's just the way I see it. On his DEF file card, he is a rank E7. And then when later on they show that he came with the Night Force again in a convention exclusive, and he's always been right there with Falcon whenever they've done Night Force stuff. And Falcon, Shockwave, and that's the leaders of whoever they team up with him on Night Force. And there have been a lot of Night Force members, and I'm going to be taking a look at Night Force next month. I do not have any vintage examples. If I can pick some up before here and there, which is not likely because they're pretty expensive, I will, but I do have all the Night Force for the classified series with 2 exceptions. And it's a one box set of Lieutenant Falcon and Coral, which that's the only place Coral is in the line. And if I can pick that up, I will. So I can present the entire Night Force team that is available right now. But I do have the rest, and I'll be showing those off, including Shockwave again. But for the most part, I'm going to be just talking about the team Night Force, which, other than showing off the figures and all the stuff, not going to have much to say on that because Night Force, they didn't feature them in the comic book, and they never had a cartoon, which would have been cool. Just a Night Force cartoon, a Tiger Force cartoon, just a one-off movie or a 5-part miniseries. That would have been awesome. But like I said, for me, he's the platoon sergeant of Night Force, and is a very important character to Night Force as a whole. So I wanted to. I'm kind of glad that I'm featuring Night Force next month and him this month, so I can talk about him back to back. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You got super cover, yes. Okay, now don't have any more to say on Shockwave, but I do again want to salute our veterans and thank you all so much for all that you do. I'm not a big one for saying thank you for your service without meaning it. So I mean it. Thank you for your service. I don't go around saying that all the time. I'm not what you would call a flag waver. I am patriotic, but I don't have a flag on my house. You know, that's not something I do even for 4th of July or Memorial Day or Veterans Day or Armed Forces Day. There's quite a few days on the calendar that celebrate our armed forces. So for those of you who are, congrats, and thank you for that too, because we need to show them all the respect that they have earned. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about individuals, because not all individuals in the military are good, but as a whole, our armed forces should be respected and appreciated, because they protect us from all else. If we did a flag, we'd want to do it properly, and it's actually a lot of work to do. Yes, because we would take care of it. We would put it up every morning. We would take it down at night, and we'd fold it up. Yes, we would do it right. And I don't have the energy to do that because of my, of my current state in life, but that's just how it is. So on a final note, I'll show off Shockwave one more time. give you a good look. I do like the helmet on the motorcycle. I think that is so cool. And even without it, a hat or helmet, he looks awesome. Great figure. I hope you've enjoyed my little talk on Shockwave. I wish I knew more about the character, but again, other than the file card, there's not a lot that has been told about Shockwave. And I think we should have a lot more Night Force and Shockwave stories, because G.I. Joe is a Night Force team. They do Night Force operations. And on that note, that is my take on Shockwave. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate all the support. I do. I appreciate the support, brother. And we all do what we can, and that's all we can do in this world. Now, I have his file card, which I will play for you, which is, I put it in song form. So I hope you enjoy that. And then I have a little bit more at the end for you. But on that note, thank you for joining me, and Logan out. If I can have everything set up properly, that would be nice. Take it easy.
Yo, Joe. Code name Shockwave. SWAT. Night Force Platoon Sergeant. File name Jason A. Farrier. Play E7 Sergeant, First Class U.S. Army. Birthplace Dearborn, Michigan. Primary specialty, special weapons and tactics. Secondary specialty, choir applied expert. M14, M16, M19, 11, A1, M3, A1, M79, M60, Uzi. Graduated Detroit SWAT training. Preferred weapon, Uzi with suppressor. Shockwave was the youngest member of the Detroit Police Department SWAT team and the holder of 2 citations for bravery when he signed up for it and was accepted for the G.I. Joe team. When asked why he left a promising career to work longer hours for less money, kicking down doors on better armed adversaries, Shockwave replied, "Do you think I'd do this for the money?" Shockwave is a SWAT specialist who trains G.I. Joe team members in urban tactical response from Falcon's Foul. Everybody on a SWAT team has a specific job, like an acquired parts or tenors, pelotons, altos, etc., etc. SWAT teams have SWAT shooters, climbers, and inside men. Shockwave is the door kicker. He's the first inside and the first to find out how bad it really is. He's also a half-decent tenor when his voice is in shape. Like a high tide, I'm coming in.
Texas man with my 6-shooter each hand. I soar above the country wide and free. But G.I. Joe nation to fly. Midnight wings, they soar through the night, defending our freedom with all of their might. Midnight wings, fearlessly they roll, silent but deadly, they strike with precision. Through the clouds they climb, fulfilling their mission. Midnight wings of liberty, blazing through the dark, guarding our skies, leading them on. No joy, we do it all. Night operations is our goal. We make it look easy with style. We go the extra mile. The extra mile. In the dead of night, they come alive. A force to reckon, they won't be denied. Steel beats in motion, shadows in the dark. Through the smoke and fire, they push ahead. Silent killers, leaving their mark. In the night, they fight with all their might. U.S. tanks shining on the starlight. Through the darkness, their power ignites. They are the night warriors, conquering the fight. No joy, we do it all. Night operations is our goal. We make it look easy with style. We go the extra mile. In the dead of the night, when the stars light the sky, we drive through the darkness with our spirits held high. Beneath the canopy of stars, we fight for what's right. Guided by the moonlight, we strike with all our might. We are the Humvee warriors, fire burning in our souls. We'll stand together no matter how the battle unfolds. Under the stars, we'll fight till dawn's early light. Our Humvees light the way as we conquer the night. Yo, Joe, we do it all. We do it all. Night operations is our goal. We make it look easy with style. We go the extra mile. In night warriors, fearless and true, united in our mission, we'll see it through. Guns locked and loaded, ready to attack. Silent as the night, we won't hold back. Stepping out of shadows, we move with grace. Navy SEALs, the stars shining on our face. With the Navy SEALs, stars in our eyes, fighting for justice under the midnight skies. With every step we take, we'll never fall. United we stand, the heroes who answer the call. Yo, Joe, we do it all. We do it all. Night operations is our goal. We make it look easy with style. We go the extra mile. The skyward flight, black helicopters flying by, cutting our skies, leaving their mark on midnight wings. Up with the ring, the fight, night warriors, oh yeah. We are the Humvee warriors, oh how we conquer the night. We're the Navy SEAL, stars in our eyes. Yo, Joe, we do it all. Night operations is our goal. We make it look easy with style. We go the extra mile. Price of freedom is always eternal vigilance. The fight for freedom is ongoing over the land, over or under the sea, in the air, and even
Good night, everyone. Happy birthday to my sister, Margot. Mama sins. She sins mom. And happy birthday to her. And shout out to all the veterans one more time. Good night. And hey, Victor. And hi, Adam. We'll see you next time on Joe Takes.